To earn money for Hope's new baby supplies, I decided to house sit for a client and keep an eye on his rebellious daughter. But I never imagined she'd be bold enough to bring her boyfriend home and sneak around behind our backs. I lost my temper instantly, grabbed the phone, and called Bert for backup. This girl was just like me when I was young, completely stubborn. The only way to snap her out of it was with the hard-won wisdom of someone who'd been there. I pulled Bert over to sit across from her, cleared my throat, and began. Back in the day, your uncle and I crossed the line in a moment of foolishness. Then I got pregnant with Jimmy. At 15 or 16, I suffered so much just to make it through. I regret it to this day. As I spoke, I shot Bert a look, signaling him to jump in and drive the point home, to really drive home that regret. But the old guy just stood there, his face flushing crimson, finally managing to stammer out, "Virginia, I need to be honest with you." My heart skipped a beat, a sense of foreboding washing over me. All that stuff about regretting being with you, regretting having Jimmy, it was all made up. Bert scratched the back of his head, his voice growing more earnest. "And back then, I deliberately got you pregnant." I stared at him, boiling with rage, but as the words reached my lips, I remembered all these years. Though he was clumsy with words, he'd never let me suffer the slightest injustice. No matter how big a mess I made, he'd shoulder it with me. Bert interjected, "I got her pregnant back then because I was afraid she'd leave. I loved her too much. But looking back now, if I had another chance, I'd wait until she was ready, until we were both ready to shoulder the responsibility." The girl didn't say anything, just nodded silently. Later, I saw her texting her boyfriend saying, "Let's wait a little longer, until we're both mature enough." It turns out the best advice is never a fabricated lesson, but the truest love and responsibility hidden behind the lie.